So my art is photography, and every now and again we come across people who aren't photographers. Some of them are artists, and today I'm going to meet my good friend Neil McBride. So the bottom one, what's that one all about then, Neil?
Well, I've been collecting these particles of paint for months. They're sort of like a byproduct from a palette, and I thought they're too good to throw away, so I kept them for a while. And then one day I thought, I'll do something with these, and laid them on the board and sealed them with gloss. And that got me cracking on in terms of I saw people in the painting.
And that was triggered.
And that triggered
what
these
came to follow.
People paintings.
Yeah, so if we just pan across now and see
an idea with legs, as they say in advertising.
So this one at the bottom, which is quite spectacular, really, is just talk us through that one.
That again is just me taking painted shapes and rearranging them into a well-known crowd, and I just paint as I feel. My pitch framer once asked me, he says, how do you decide where to position the people? I said, well, it's instinctive, it's like crowds, real crowds, they all move all the time.
It's a flow, isn't it? It's not
a flow.
Stationary.
They just make their own patterns.
Wow.
And interestingly, when I was asking AI to describe the painting, they looked at it and said, I don't think it was that one, but the AI picked up on a heart shape that was buried in the crowd, which was kind of nice.
Something that you'd never seen.
That I had not seen myself. So that's how it works.
It's clever,
even AI sort of sees things.
Yeah. So we've gone from the people, and now you've gone on to these just spectacular, what I consider the Lake District pictures.
That's it, yeah. And I it's a strange thing actually, because I've always liked doing landscapes, but I thought, why not juxtapose the abstract with the figurative work, as it, the people in this case.
Yeah.
And I decided to knock the colour out of the landscape, because then it helped to highlight the coloured people in the landscape to give it scale.
Yes,
So
they are truly spectacular.
So you've got this sublime landscape, and then these tiny people, and that's as small as they dare go, really. Otherwise, they've just be little.
They're just lost, aren't they, in the ether, so to speak.
But so actually, going back to that original,
the dot one,
the abstract I'd done.
Yeah.
This is quite unusual for artists to move from abstraction to figuration.
Why is that?
Well, because usually they start with figuration. Figurative art. I'm not talking people, I'm talking about things that are identifiable as the real world, and they usually move from that to abstraction. So it's supposed to be I don't know why it's a kind of a convention.
All right, but yes,
that's how it kind of has worked.
Do you ever get artists going the other way as well, trying to find themselves, so going in reverse
back to figuration?
Yeah.
I suppose I did, but I don't know many people that have.
Do you think you've gone that way because of your background and how you were brought up with art? And
yeah, because I came in my formative years, I was taught by a very traditional teacher, and that was his way forward. He actually moved into more abstraction himself.
Wow, yeah.
And so he's even more abstract and purist than I am. Which is weird, isn't it? and I've gone the other way. I'm getting more and more figurative. But the chances are that, looking at all this work together now, which I haven't seen for a while, since I brought it from the gallery that closed down, it's given me a chance to review where I am at the moment.
Yeah, it's a reflection of years, really, isn't it? Which is quite fantastic, because it's the Lake District ones are just. They could be anywhere in the world with the small people.
Yeah, when I first started doing landscapes, I used to use some photographic reference. I did some painting from life, this, as I was saying yesterday, this plein air idea, this phrase really gets on my wires. It's so pretentious, so anyway, I stopped painting from life outside because the heat, the flies, the wind, the weather all got in the way of
course it does, of the art.
Doing a decent job. Some people like the odd fly in the painting, but I don't. I like comfort.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
And so I just started painting landscapes and see what emerges, and it's much more fun and less stilted. And I created these imaginary landscapes inspired by the lakes, but it could be any mountainous area, so it could be Wales or whatever. And I used to actually refer to, I still do on occasion, but I used to refer to places. And I thought, this is a bit of a mistake because it narrows the field.
Yeah.
If you pardon the pun.
Yeah.
And so I just tend to give them titles that generally hopefully have some kind of event.
Oh yes,
Part of the deal.
Yeah, I mean the one we were discussing earlier about the one with the shipwreck here.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite apt because of the 200-year RNLI.
Yeah. That is a good point because I didn't know about that. So.
Yeah, so that is. I mean, when you dragged it out for showing, I thought, wow, that is just fantastic.
Yeah, I think I'll do some social media posts based on that idea.
Yeah. As you say, the big ones. Would you ever consider going bigger, like on the lakes ones? The big two ones here. Would you ever consider them larger scale, or do you think that is what works best?
You're talking about these?
The two here,
90 centimetre ones.
Yeah.
I'd love to work bigger, but practicalities kind of makes that almost impossible. I need space to do that.
Yes.
I'd love to have a warehouse.
Wouldn't we all? Yeah, blimey.
That's money. And it'll take a lot more energy to do bigger paintings as well. Which
it does take a lot out of you. Have you found yourself when you're doing one of the 90s, the size-wise in relation when we say 90s?
Yeah.
Do you find that takes a lot out of you when you're doing it?
It doesn't. I mean, the fact that I lose myself in them, I can be in here 2 hours and I don't even know the time's gone. It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a lucky guy. I've got therapy on tap.
Yeah, all you've got to do is lock yourself in, and
some people
away you go.
I've had a certain person indoors who's levelled a criticism at me that I spend a lot of money on all this stuff that's in here, and I say yes, but it's stuff that actually brings in an income, and I say I wouldn't probably do it if I couldn't make it pay.
Of course,
and
it's still cheaper than a therapist.
And I've always been profitable. You get the odd failed painting. I've got quite a few on the shelf over there that have never gone anywhere, never even been shown in a gallery because they didn't quite work.
You're just for some, but there'll be people out there will absolutely.
That's right, and they just need some exposure. So I'm thinking of doing a collection on my website.
Fabulous. And what's your website?
My website is Neil McBride Art, surprisingly. .co.uk or .com, or I've got.
Can we just say it's not Neil McBride Art, surprisingly? It's just Neil McBride
Art. Yeah.
And are you on Facebook or any of the groups, Neil, that you want to?
Facebook, Neil McBride Art again, and Instagram, Neil McBride Art.
Fabulous. Certainly go and visit them because there's some absolutely incredible art on there, guys.
I think, I don't post often enough. I was surprised actually to learn yesterday. I was looking at, again, reviewing what I'd done on social media, and I hadn't posted anything on Instagram since November.
Wow.
I thought it was like
you've got to keep the stream going.
I know, but it's just tedious. I think the last post I did was actually the video of myself talking about my work, and it looked like some old guy that's 1 foot in the grave, So I don't know, I'm going to stop doing that.
Well, it was quite apt, I thought, but hey-ho.
Yes, hey-ho, yeah.
Can we just show this little one of the lakes as well? Because apart from the big ones, he's done this absolutely incredible. What size is this one, Neil?
That's 40 centimetres square.
And that, once again, could be any range. It's just that we live, we're Yorkshire, so it's just down the road is the lakes for us, but it could be any range.
an interesting point there when mentioning the square. I started painting on a square format. I can't remember when. It's probably about 10 years ago. Because I found it's a nice dynamic shape. I was reading into Malevich at the time, and he was the guy who what was it now? He had this idea of suprematism.
All right, go on, carry on. We're listening.
That involved the square, and I don't know the whole full story of it, but I thought, that's quite an interesting thought. And from a practical point of view, painting on squares, you can start doing a kind of an abstract underpainting.
Yes.
And then keep turning the canvas around until it speaks to you.
Yeah,
says, oh yeah, that's a cliff or a mountain or this and that, and start to work on it from there.
Talk us through this one.
That came from left field, really. I am a big fan of an artist called Cy Twombly.
Right.
And he does these massive paintings, and they're basically, to the untrained eye, just look like scribbles.
Yeah.
And that's the sky element on here. And he'll just literally, it's just that dynamism of repetitive circular motions and things like that. And I really like them. Again, they're a bit like Franz Klein. They're an expressionist idea.
And do you like that as well? Would you go further with that?
I'd do a few more if I thought there was a market for them.
Yeah. Well,
but they're just there in abeyance.
Yes.
Waiting for someone to get excited about them other than me. And I've just again introduced the figurative element.
Yeah.
Just to be cheeky, and abstract purists would probably be horrified about what I've done there, but that's what it's about, though, breaking the rules. The rule is subjective. I think it was Picasso that said the rules are that there are no rules.
A bit like Fight Club, but in art. The first rule of art.
I've heard of Fight Club, but I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's one of the classic lines.
All right.
The first rule of Fight Club is there are no rules.
No rules, right?
So
yeah.
You'd be saying with every art, really, couldn't we? So
I'll buy that.
Yeah. So that's Neil's work, and as you can see, it's pretty spectacular. And just tell us the Instagram and Facebook and your website again, Neil.
Neil McBride Art. Obviously, with Instagram, it will probably be prefixed with @Neil McBride Art. I think it's the same on Facebook, @Neil McBride Art.
Fabulous.
And if you just go and Google, I'm everywhere. In fact, there are some websites I'm on that I wish I wasn't. I used to do prints of my work, and there's still prints out there, but because I got frustrated with payment problems on my website, I couldn't figure out whether it was the bank that was the problem or the supplier of the people who do my prints, but payments stopped working. So I decided, right, okay, I'll get rid of the print offering on my website, and I've redirected people to pixels.com, and they can buy them direct.
Fantastic.
They're printed, it's an American-based company, but they're printed in
the UK,
in fulfillment centres in the UK, in Europe.
Oh wow!
And all over the world.
So it is worldwide, yeah.
So if you buy, it should work whereby if you buy a print from here, it should be fulfilled in Britain. I think it's in Scotland.
All right.
But I got an email from someone the other day, and she said, I ordered this. She'd emailed pixels.com and said, I ordered this print, and when I got it, I didn't like it. It was too dark, from what I wanted and everything. And then they give her a refund, full refund.
Wow.
But she was getting frustrated by it because they weren't responding or some problem. And she says, I don't know why it was printed in America. Which is a bit of a shock.
Wow.
I don't know whether she had to pay any import duty.
Yeah.
That was a bit odd, so I need to get on to them about it to see if that's the case.
Oh, there'll always be problems, won't there? It's not...
Yeah, that's it. It's the internet, for goodness sake.
It is, and technology, unfortunately.
But, yeah. So it's kind of nice that I've separated out the prints, because I was getting a lot of hits for them, and I was selling prints online through the website. But when I looked at it, I think it amounted in a year it amounted to about £2,000 profit and a lot of hassle.
Yeah,
I thought,
and
no,
sometimes you've got to weigh it up, haven't you? It's just not worth it.
to cut loose.
Yeah.
And it's really nice now. My website's looking nice and clean. It's just paintings, just originals, and it works.
Yeah, because if you do buy one of these off the website, you're guaranteed that there won't be another one in existence.
That's it, yeah.
It's a genuine original, and it's a one-off, which is far better than any
you see,
print.
there may be, I think I might have put this shipwreck on as a print, and certainly I've put the odd people crowd painting on prints.
Yeah.
I think that I think this is called Vantage Point, if I remember.
Okay.
And that may be available as a print. So there's odd ones that have slipped through, but I'm going to just leave them as they are.
Yeah, it's
I can't make a total claim that none of them are available as prints, because some of them are.
Oh yes, and there are places out there that quite happily would do a print off it, won't it? If you sent a JPEG or a TIFF picture of one, they'd quite happily put it in.
So it's strange. There's an argument for some people say, oh, I've had people buy original work and say, I don't really want prints doing. I said, no, you're wrong. By having prints out there, it gives it exposure.
Exactly.
And you own the original.
Exactly.
Which
that's
gives
the benefit. Which
exactly.
Don't see
so it really works in your favour. So don't worry about it. I know you don't like Hockney, but he's a great one for prints and new technology and everything and exposure. You see Hockney's everywhere, but it's been good for his career, so why knock it?
Well, exactly, all of them. Damien Hirst is another one.
Yeah. Damien Hirst is a bit of a cheeky bod. That's putting it.
You heard it here, guys. There.
Yeah, I try to keep it clean.
It is very good, and I think on that note, we shall close it down. So thanks again, Neil, for this. It's been very educational, coming from a photographic background, and just seeing how an artist works is just wow.
It's strange, as an artist, you don't realise what you've got.
No, until you get it out like this, and you think, God hell, I don't remember that. And
I've said before that I see work that I did in the past, and I have to look again and think, as somebody copying my work or what? Because that is bloody good.
Yeah, but it's
you.
you.
I do that. It's weird.
If we just scroll into this, that life drawing is just superb.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is. It's wonderful. It's got emotion and everything, in which is what you look for in a picture, isn't it?
She's just sort of there, nice and pensive. I mean, anatomically, it's not exactly right, but that doesn't matter.
Oh no, but
the face, the head, is just lovely.
Well, let's go back to Picasso. Is any of his anatomically correct?
No.
Exactly.
Well, what is correct anyway?
It isn't. It's what you perceive in
no such thing as perfection, except in nature, and even there,
that's the beauty of art, though. It's subjective, isn't it? You can see whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's always something different, and as you said, when AI picked it up on one of your pictures, it saw the heart, and you never.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice thing as well. I mean, there's been a few examples in the past where people have seen something in my work that I never saw at all.
Yeah.
Like a face or whatever. But that is the psychological phenomenon called pareidolia.
You know some stuff, don't you?
I know, I'm full of it. Full of crap. And although Ray, my old art teacher, he picked up on this and he thought, oh, that's an interesting thing. And he went actually out to buy a dictionary.
No.
Purposely to look it up.
Yeah.
And he bought the Oxford English or something. I can't remember which one it was. And pareidolia wasn't in there. I said,
oh, but he was fuming.
Yeah, I said, you need to buy a proper dictionary. I think mine's a Collins or something like that, and it's all in. But anyway, it's all online now.
Oh yes.
And I've had some of my contemporaries steal the thought, like they do.
Oh,
but it's
I've just seen in this one here with the people, I can see a bow now.
Yeah.
With the tails.
You were talking butterflies, weren't
and then yesterday, when I saw this one, I'd mentioned came across as a butterfly, When you look at it from a distance, definitely.
I should have brought my phone in actually, because I could then find this one that's got an alleged heart shape in it.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's always another video. Don't worry about that. Right.
And yeah.
We shall continue this further later. Thanks again, Neil.